coming back with you again for another episode. Today is going to be kind of a walkthrough of what to do when you're trying to get your machine through a door. We didn't really touch upon it, but a while back I had a message asking me what was my way to get through to the gatekeeper, the way to approach the secretary or the owner of the business. How do you use a script or anything like that? And actually, I don't really use anything. I'm a kind of a people person. I love to interact with people. Not everybody's up for it. There's a lot of people that are pretty closed off, so they don't really like to interact back. But the key is to make yourself visible. You need to be, if it's a business that you plan to park your machine in, you need to be seen there a few times before you make your initial pitch. I think that's key, honestly. If you're utilizing their business, then they would have no problems probably utilizing your business. But I am speaking on a small scale, though. I'm talking about gumballs and vending machines as far as candy machines go. When it comes to drink machines and snack machines, the ones you plug into their electricity, that's a whole different ballgame. Part of what I'm going to tell you, you could probably use that in your same setup, but the reality is it's two different fields, and I only speak from the gumball side. So bear with me. This is all kind of off the top of my head. This is pretty much how my normal conversations would normally go anyway. But here's the basic outro to how you would, or your intro anyway, to how you would get your foot into their business. First things first is you need to have a binder with you, something that has your logo on it. The key to all this is you're a professional. This is your business. You want to present a professional front while still being professional. That's the key. You don't really want to go in just off the street with nothing. You don't want to have no literature or nothing that backs up what you are. The second thing is you want to have business cards, something that emphasizes your logo, your phone number, maybe an address, email address. If you do a YouTube channel, put that on there. Maybe a picture of your machine on the back of the card, the ones you plan on using. If you have a collection of machines, get like a 5x7 index card with those visuals on that, telling each one what, 3 head, 2 head, 1 head, 4 head. The machine you plan on specializing in, really, because that's what they're going to want to see. They want to know what they're parking in their island, their four-way, whatever they want to call it, their lobby. But that's what you want to do. You want to, before you even set foot in that door, you want to put out a professional vibe, and that's key. That's really key. Second thing you'd really want to do is have a machine with you, especially if you plan to plant one that day. Have a machine with you, one that's already done up, looks good, it's got your logo on it, just really professional, free of dust. You clean this machine to its content. You really want this one to be perfect, and get it ready for a display if they need to see one, so that they get an idea of how big of a surface area that you'll be going to be taking up with your machine. Then, moving into step 3, the actual meeting. When you walk in, it's professional all the way. Hello, my name is such and such. My business is this, and I noticed that you don't have a machine in your lobby. I'd like to rectify that for you. Make sure that you're talking to someone who is clearly a fixture of this business, like the owner, the operator, someone who works the cash register that can put you in touch with somebody who makes the final decisions. But everyone you talk to, from the busboy to the clerk to the stocker to the assistant manager, each one of these people deserves your utmost respect. Do not look down at anybody you're talking to. My phrasing is, "Oh, that's just a clerk. You can't help me. Let me talk to somebody who can actually help me." Don't do that. Don't do that. Everyone you talk to is a ladder step up to the person you need to get to. And each one of these people will probably help you along the way, if not make it a little bit easier for you to plant your machine. It's all about presentation, and you're presenting your business, what you're looking to sell to them, and you need to look that part. And everybody along the way is going to see you in your element. When you're talking to them, so, the focus is going to be how this relationship benefits them more than it benefits you. Hey, I noticed that in your area, there's not really many selections as far as snacks. I got a machine that I've been putting in many businesses right now that they're pretty happy with, that focuses on like gumballs, peanut M&Ms, and Skittles. And if there is, if you have preferences, I can put whatever you want in it, honestly. The only caveat to that is gumballs has to be one of the selections. That's just a constant, because my will only does gumballs. If you have to explain it, that's all you have to really have to say. And if they're interested, they'll let you know right away. If they're not, they'll also let you know right away. But they'll usually follow. If they're not interested, they're going to follow up with something like, I need to let the owners know that this is something that I'm interested in. I might have to get their final say, and that's okay. That's all right. You just look, here's my name, here's my business card. If you decide you want one, no problem. I'm on my way to the next place. I'm installing the machine. And then when you follow up your words, just say, look, I respect all that. I said, if you want my service, just give me a call. I'd love to put a machine in here. And then make sure that they know. I think it'd be beneficial for all of us. I can sell some candy, and your staff can have something to reach for when they get hungry, or something to tide them over for lunch. I think it'll be beneficial for everybody. But get to the people who need to answer the questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and down the street, and I'm going to go ahead and I got to install anyway. So you let me know what you want to do, and then offer to show them the machine, to show them what they'd be getting. And that's really key, because some people are visual learners. They want to know what exactly they'll have parked in their lobby. So you can set the stage for that and make it a whole lot easier for you. You're not lying. You're just simply, because you will be having a machine to place later. Everything you're saying is pretty much the truth at this point. But ultimately, your conversation will be no different than you'd have with somebody that you haven't seen for a while. You're just reintroducing yourself to a longtime friend, and that's how you treat these individuals. You treat them as friends, because that's what they are. If they do end up taking your machine and setting in their lobby, you just formed a business relationship, and hopefully it's one that'll benefit you in the long run and them. And the more receptive that you are to each other, the more likely that if something goes wrong with your machine, you'll get a call. They'll talk to you about it. They'll want to, if it's not working correctly, if it's low on supply, you have a 1,000% chance more of hearing from them than if you just walked in. Hi, my name is such and such. I'd like to put a machine in here. Is that okay? And then nothing after that. There's no follow up. You just show up once every 6 months and then throw some gumballs into it, and whatever happens. That's bad. I know people that do it. I don't know why they do it. I'm not wired that way. So, but that's pretty much the bulk of what I wanted to say. That's your pitch. That's what you want to. Just respect at all times, and do what you can to get your foot in the door, and know the business that you're trying to put your machine into. Get to know the owner. Make things a little easier. And even if they say no, be respectful at all times, because that no will probably eventually turn into a yes. You never know. It's just about how you present yourself and how you come off. If you're rude, then that's pretty much going to be a no no matter what. But remember, if you never ask, the answer is always going to be no. So, I'm Phil. This is Phil's Gumball Adventures, and happy selling. I hope it works out for you.